Welcome friends to interval training. We're going to work through 5 segments of intervals. These intervals are going to be Tabata style, 20 seconds of hard work, followed immediately by 10 seconds of rest. That repeats 8 times for 4 minutes. In between each segment, I want you to take a break, drink some water, walk around the room, stretch out, whatever you need to do to feel prepared to come back and really give 100% on that next interval. The equipment that you'll need is a chair with a back like this one, a handheld weight, so a dumbbell is great if you have that. If you don't, you can use a household item like a can of beans or a jar of peanut butter. If you don't have any of that, don't worry, you can do the exercises without any weight. Also, if you have a resistance band, you'll want to grab that and have that nearby. But again, don't sweat it. If you don't have one, you can do the exercise without it. Of course, please have water or something to drink nearby. And we're gonna go ahead and get started with a little warm-up. If you would, please stand up nice and tall, roll those shoulders back, and we're gonna march in place. See how the hips are feeling, the knees, the ankles, the back. Just getting a little bit of movement here. It was a good idea to warm up, to check in with the body before you begin exercise that's fairly vigorous. Go ahead and we're going to take this march and make your feet a little wider than hips distance apart. See how that feels, particularly again in the low back, the hips, the glutes, the inner thighs. Stay standing up tall. Try not to look at your feet. Good, and we're gonna make this into a toe tap. Tap, tap, with a little bounce in the middle. So a little soft knee bend and a toe tap. Tap, 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 and tap. Good. If you like, go ahead and relax the hands down by your sides. We'll add shoulder shrug along with that toe tap. So shrug, 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 shrug. A couple more of those. And we'll add on. Good, now we're gonna reach the arm across the chest. So it's the arm of the foot that's tapping. Reach, 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 reach. Tap, soft knees, tall posture, still looking forward, not down. Shoulders over hips and ears over shoulders. Body's getting warm, heart rate elevating a little bit. Great job, we're getting ready, good. Now we're gonna take this reach, make it overhead rather than across the chest. Here we go. Up and up, up and up. Toe tap and reach. Great job. Good. Big tall reach, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax those hands, plant the feet. Keep the feet a little wider than hips distance. We'll hinge forward and come up. Hinge forward, come up. Hinge forward, come on up. And one more of those. Great job. Now reach right arm overhead. Reach and then pull it in. Reach. Pull it in, a little side body stretch, reach up and over, and then come back. One more. Now your left arm, same thing. Reach, come back, reach over, come back. Reach over, come back, one more. Great job. Both arms come out to the sides. We'll take them up and down, up, and down, up and down. One more, up and down. Great job. Relax your hands. Step enough to your chair that you can use it for a little bit of balance. Step 1 foot off of the floor and we'll begin to circle that ankle around. Take your time. Go in the other direction. Good. And we'll go ahead and point those toes down and lift them up. Point down, lift up. 2 more times, down and up, down and up. Now we're going to circle this hip. So making a big circle, tap the floor at the bottom. Big circle, tap the floor at the bottom, circle it around, lubricating that hip joint, circle it around, tap, now go the opposite direction. Out to in, tap, out to in, tap, 2 more, out to in, tap, big circle, out to in, and tap. Great job. Shift your weight over onto that leg and lift the opposite foot. Begin to circle that ankle. Use your chair just for balance here, so try not to lean towards your chair. Just have that hand resting there for safety. Go ahead and circle your ankle in the opposite direction. Good, standing up nice and tall here. Point those toes down, lift them up, down, and up, down, and up. 1 more. Great job. Circling this hip out, tap, out, tap, big circle out, tap. 1 more. Now going in the opposite direction, so outside to inside, outside to inside, outside to inside. Good. 1 more. Outside to inside. Great job. We're going to come into pelvic tilts. I'm just going to turn sideways so you can see a little bit better what we're doing. Hands come to the tops of the thighs here. You're going to soften your knees and tilt the pelvis forward so you get this nice arch in the low back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Feel that big stretch. And then come the opposite way. Tuck the tailbone under, pull the navel towards the spine, drop the chin to the chest. And we'll do that a few more times. Tilt the pelvis forward, open up the back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the chin, tuck the tailbone under. Pull the belly button to the spine, drop the chin to the chest. Open up. And tuck it under. 1 more. Tilt it forward. And back. Coming up nice and tall. Couple shoulder rolls here. Couple deep breaths. All right, we should be feeling fairly warm, physically and mentally prepared for our interval workout. Grab a drink of water. I'll meet you back here for interval number 1. All right, guys, our first strength interval is going to be push-ups alternating with either band pull aparts if you have a band, or what we're going to call standing cobra if you don't have a band. That's going to be palms facing forward, thumbs facing up, and a little shoulder blade squeeze. So hands are coming back, shoulders are pinching together. Little upper back shoulder strengthening exercise. If you have a resistance band, you're going to be holding that band out in front of you, pulling the band apart, together, apart, together. Alternating again with push-ups either at the wall, on a chair, or all the way down on the floor if that's available to you. At the wall, you're going to take your hands at the height of your shoulders, shoulder width apart. You're going to keep your hips in line with your shoulders. Come in towards the wall and then press away. Same idea if you're going to use the back of a chair. That's going to be a little more challenging because your body's going to be closer to parallel to the floor. But same idea here, keeping hips in line with shoulders, nice flat back, bringing your chest in towards the chair, pressing out away from the chair. Remember, these are 20-second intervals, so 20 seconds of hard work. Give it your all. 10 seconds of rest, going through that 8 times, alternating between the 2 exercises. So it's a push-up and then a shoulder blade squeeze, alternating. All right, let's get ready to rock here. Push-ups come first. Ready? Here we go. Great job. 2 down, 6 to go. Back to push-ups. I'll demo at the chair.
3, 2, 1, go.
Great job. Nice flat back. Awesome. Shake it out. Deep breaths.
3, 2, 1, come on.
Squeeze those shoulder blades. Relax. Halfway there. Back to push-ups.
3, 2, 1, go. Last interval coming up. 3, 2, 1, come on.
Squeeze those shoulder blades. Stand tall. Just a couple more here.
3, 2, 1, relax.
Woo! Great job, guys. take a break, grab a drink of water, roll out the shoulders, stretch out the neck, the back, the chest, anything that you feel you need. Please take at least 2 minutes before you start the next interval. I'll see you back here in just a few. All right, guys, our second interval is going to be lower body. We're going to alternate between traditional squats, just using the body weight, no extra resistance required. Your toes are going to be facing forward. Your feet are going to be a little wider than hips distance apart. We're going to sit hips down and back, keep chest and chin lifted, eyes facing forward. We're going to alternate those with wide squats or sumo squats, toes pointing out slightly from the heels and the heels a little wider than shoulder distance apart. Remember, your knees are moving out away from the midline of the body in this version of your squat. Again, to the best of your ability, chest stays lifted, eyes facing forward. You might want to have your chair behind you. This is an excellent tool so that you have something to aim for every time you squat down. It doesn't mean you have to touch the chair with your bottom every single time. It's just a really great tool to have for not only safety, but alignment as well. All right, you know the drill. 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest, alternating between those two different kinds of squats for 4 minutes. Here we go. Ready?
3, 2, 1, go!
Great job. Widen that stance. Toes pointing out. Shoulders over hips. Great. Great job. Relax. Get ready. Toes facing forward. Hips back. Chin up. Great job. Wide stance, toes pointing out, knees moving in the same direction as the toes. Drive those feet down into the floor. Great job. Halfway there. Come back to that narrower stance. Toes face forward. Shoulders over hips. Hips down and back. Sit back into that chair, whether it's really there or just imaginary. Great. Woo. Great job. Wide stance. Whew. Keep those eyes looking forward, not down. Here we Good. Hips back, knees behind the toes. Chest is lifted, eyes facing forward. Keep that core engaged, navel into the spine. Woo! Great job. One more to go, guys. Just 20 seconds. Nice wide stance. Toes and knees pointing out. Hips back. You got it. Almost there. Woo. Couple more.
3, 2, 1. Relax.
Woohoo! Great, great work. Again, please take a break, grab some water, walk around the room maybe, stretch out the hips, the hamstrings, the calves. Come back when you're ready. Please take at least 2 minutes. All right, guys, we're ready for interval number 3, upper body. We're going to be working with a hand weight if you have one. You can substitute this dumbbell with a household item like a bottle of water, a full jar of peanut butter, something along those lines. If you don't have anything at all, don't worry. I want you to just pretend that the force of gravity has doubled just for the next 4 minutes. So as you're working through the motions, you're working against an imaginary resistance as if you were moving through quicksand. You can do these exercises from standing or from seated. Whichever position you choose, just remember as best you can to keep the core engaged. The torso should feel nice and strong and solid here. We're going to do bicep curl overhead press first, just one arm at a time. And then we will do front raise, lateral raise, also one arm at a time. So it'll go curl and press on the left, curl and press on the right, front raise, lateral raise, left, front raise, lateral raise, right. And we'll repeat that twice total for our full 4-minute upper body segment. All right, gather what you need if you don't already have it, and let's get started.
Relax.
Great job. All right, grab a drink of water, take a little break, roll out those shoulders. I'll see you back here in just a moment. Hi guys, all right, interval number 4. We're going to be doing a little bit of hip and glute work, hip extension and hip abduction, both standing single leg exercises. So you may like to have your chair or even just the wall nearby so that you feel safe taking one leg off of the floor at a time. We'll do left leg first. We'll do hip extension, which just looks like kicking back, leading with your heel to the best of your ability, keeping your toes pointing down towards the floor. You'll feel that in your glutes. Then we'll do that with the right leg. Then we'll turn and do hip abduction left, hip abduction right. And like before, we'll just repeat that twice through for our full 4-minute interval. All right, guys, ready? Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go!
Press that heel back. Use the glutes. Good. Press it back.
3, 2, 1, stop!
All right, switch legs. So standing on the left leg, a drink, walk around the room, maybe stretch out glutes, hamstrings, hips. I'll meet you back here in just a couple minutes for our final 4-minute interval. Great job. All right, guys, you are doing amazing, and we're on our 5th and final round of intervals. We're going to do same pattern, 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest, 8 times total, 4 final minutes of interval training. We're going to alternate between half jacks and a forward and backward march. So 4 steps forward and then 4 steps back. Take a moment, look around where you are right now. Do you have enough room to safely move side to side and front to back safely without running into anything, without tripping over anything? If by chance you don't and you're in kind of a little bit of a tighter spot, don't worry. Just replace the forward and backward march with a march in place or even a little jog in place. If you'd prefer, you can stay in place. For example, if you prefer not to walk backwards, if that makes you uncomfortable, feel free to stay in one spot, either march or jog. All right, final round of intervals here. Get ready. We're going to give it everything you've got. Cool down is coming right after this. Here we go, guys.
3, 2, 1.
Half jacks.
Go.
Stand up tall. Use those arms to add intensity. One leg out at a time. Great.
2, 1. Stop.
Great job. Deep breath. Relax. Forward and backwards march
3,
or march in
2,
place.
1.
Great job. Great job. Take that 10 seconds to rest. Get ready. Half jacks coming up again.
3, 2, 1.
Woo! Great job. Woo! Deep breath. Get ready. March in place. Maybe jog in place. Or forward and backwards march. You got it. Keep it up.
3, 2, 1. Stop.
Awesome work. Halfway there. 4 more to go. Just 20 seconds at a time. You got this.
3, 2, 1. Go.
Nice and tall, eyes looking forward. Great job. Woo! Relax. Little deep breath. Get ready.
3, 2, 1.
Keep that core engaged, standing tall. Try not to look down at your feet. Great job. Relax. Deep breath. job. Grab a drink of water. We're gonna cool down. Amazing job, everyone. Super work. I hope you feel good. And we're gonna take just a few minutes to cool down here. Go ahead and find a wide stance in front of your chair. And we're gonna take a little side lunge sway. Nice and slow here. Let the heart rate slowly come down. As soon as you're able to, begin to take some deep breaths, maybe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just swing side to side here. One more. Come on back to center. Stand up nice and tall. Take a few shoulder rolls. Relaxing the upper back and the shoulders. Great. Relax your left ear down in the direction of your left shoulder. Let the head hang heavy here. Again, take a couple deep breaths. When you're ready, bring your head back through center. And then drop the right ear down towards the right shoulder. Bring the head back through center, drop the chin towards the chest. Bring the chin back parallel to the floor. We're going to turn the head, look over your left shoulder. Come back through center, turn and look over your right shoulder. Come back through center. Take a big deep breath, reach the arms overhead. And exhale, circle them around. Great job. One more time. Reach up, inhale. And exhale. Be sure that that chair is right behind you, and we're gonna have a seat. Keep the feet wide here, knees over the ankles and toes pointing out from the heels. And we'll hinge forward, taking a little inner thigh stretch from this seated position. Good, another breath here. Moving nice and slow, come on up. You just walk the feet in to center, about hips distance apart, and we'll stretch the left leg out in front of you. Hinge forward, pull the toes up in towards your shin. Get a stretch in the back of that left leg. Couple breaths here, keep the chest broad, the spine long. Don't worry about reaching down for that foot. Maybe you keep your hands on your thighs or on your hips here. Unhinge when you're ready. Step that left foot back in, and we'll come into figure four, so you can cross your left foot and put it on the top of your right shoe, or maybe bring it all the way up to your right thigh if that's available to you, whatever feels best here. Take a couple breaths, relax. Sitting up tall, so shoulders are still on top of the hips here. Chest is nice and broad, so that the air can get in and out of the lungs easily. Awesome job. Go ahead and release that left foot down. We'll stretch your right leg out in front of you, toes up, and then pull those toes in, hinge forward. Good, just enough until you feel a gentle stretch in the back of your right leg. It doesn't have to be a big movement by any means. At this point, hopefully the heart rate should really be coming back down to where it's easy to take deep breaths. You don't feel the heart racing in your chest anymore. Begin to feel that sense of relaxation, that post-workout feeling coming over you. Go ahead and come on up. Figure 4 on this side, right foot maybe to the top of the left shoe or up to the top of the left thigh, if that feels good. One more breath here. Great work. Release that right foot back to the floor. Take a big side body stretch here. So left hand's gonna go down towards the floor. Right hand's gonna reach over. Big deep breath. Great job. Switch sides. Right hand down, left hand up. Reach up and then lean over. Big stretch in the side of the body here. And come on up. Bring those hands down by your sides, palms facing in, and we'll hinge forward. Reach the fingertips back behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades here. Great job. Next time you take an inhale, reach the arms overhead, sit up nice and tall, shoulders over hips. And exhale, circle those hands around. Amazing job, guys. Again, great work. I hope you enjoyed it. I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you so much.